Hello and welcome to 30 Old, 30 Young, the podcast where we're taking Freaky Friday very seriously, as we've had a little bit of a body swap this week.
We have.
I messaged Charlotte about astrology, and that I'd had some reports done on my astrology, which I'm not sure, did you think that was fun, or were you like, why has he done that? It's all bullshit.
Well, no, I was quite surprised, really, because you're not that kind of guy.
No,
and when I was sat having a coffee, I'm texting Uncle David pipes up something, I was like, what is this? I had to message him, like, what is it?
I don't know, one of those things, I was on Instagram, and someone was like, an ad popped up, and I was just like...
Tell me my future, baby.
Yeah, why not? Why not? You know, I just think, like, the moon moves the ocean. Must have some effect on my mood, surely.
Of course it does. Yeah.
I don't know.
It actually depends what star sign you are. Like Cancer, for instance, is ruled by the moon.
Okay.
So, like, if you're in Cancer, sometimes you can have days where your mood changes. Don't get me wrong, some days my mood changes. I'm definitely not Cancer.
Sounds like people in general, yeah.
But I remember I used to know someone and I was like, oh, is it a full moon outside? Because they would just be like, Akka one day. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, it's a full moon. That's why you're a Cancer sign.
They're a werewolf.
You're a werewolf.
Yeah. Well, when I was speaking to Domi the other week, she's like big into astrology and all that. And I'd literally just got the reading when she brought it up. And she was talking about how, it's a full moon tomorrow, so you want to stay away from like crowds, big events, because it might be like it's like a tinderbox basically. It could go off. There could be an argument that makes a bigger thing. And I was like, I have a wedding tomorrow.
But did anything crazy happen?
No, it was a really good time.
Oh,
and yeah,
I remember once a paramedic I was talking to one, and they said shit goes crazy on a full moon. They know if it's a full moon, something's going to happen that night. Because people just go a bit more crazy.
Well, like people go, it's a full moon, so they go out wild, or
no.
They'd
be like, they look out the window and like, full moon tonight, woo! No, I mean, that if people go out, they know if they're on duty that night. It's just what this paramedic person said. Yeah, that something's going to be crazy. Some alcohol's going to twist someone.
The astrologers are out tonight. It's going to kick off.
It's all going to go crazy. But it's true, though, if you think about it. When you do look at it, and you've got the tides, the sea, like you said, and we are a floating ball in the universe, there is it's a bit, come on, there's more to life, isn't there?
I'd like to think so, because, science is boring. I know it's fact and all that, but at the same time, it's not as fun. Science is too linear. This means this means this. I like a little bit of mumbo jumbo, a little bit of...
Mambo number 5.
That's why, maths is one thing. Maths is, 1 + 1 = 2. I like a little bit of wiggle room. I like a little bit of grey area. I like something else to blame, I guess, for shortcomings. Be like, I'm just in the wrong place.
Yeah, but the wrong star sign.
Well, that is the part I focused on. I sent it to you, was the astrocartography.
Wow, can I just say, when I went onto this app, I was laughing my head off to myself, because let me just
imagine me sat in front of a crystal ball being like, tell me.
Well, it's not even that. I'm just like, what is going on? So I go on, and first of all, it says,
this app is called Astroline.
Astroline, guys, so get on it and have a laugh. You've got, I didn't do the full report, but so I go on, and it says, are you married, are you divorced? Have you just broken up, or are you looking for your soulmate? I'm like, well, what about if I'm not any of them? Then what do I do?
There must have been an other for you.
Yeah, there was no other.
Well, because there's no point in them doing like a compatibility report for you, quote unquote, if you're already married.
Well, you could just say single. You don't need to know that now, but it's still interesting to know.
I don't think it makes a difference, because I put married, and they still gave me a love compatibility, and they were like, there's some absolute... hot Ecuadorians after you, so head over there.
Oh god!
So they were just like, that's where you might find a little bit of passion. So
yeah, but
they don't really care. They don't care if you're married, single, or whatever. Just put anything single, and then they'll be like, head over to southern Italy.
Yeah, but it didn't give me the option for single. And another thing was, you can ask a question. I was looking at some of the questions, because they put some questions that are quite popular on there, and some of the questions are like, asking this astrologer person, this tarot reader, if their partner loves them, if to have another baby. I'm like...
Are the stars aligning right now that we should have a baby. I guess that's so people look to.
You're asking a bloody
stars.
app that I paid £1 for this week,
Hey.
and you're asking if they want to have another baby. Like, surely the only person who's got the answer to that is you and your partner.
Well, no, because all you're going to do is, other than that,
Yeah.
you're going to talk to your friends about it. And what professionals are they about anything? Nothing.
Yeah, but the only person who's got the answer is you.
No.
Yes.
The stars are
it's
out
your
there.
life. It's like, what
stars,
can you give?
the stars. There's
Bollocks.
the bigger. We really have had a body
I
swap.
can't
This is
believe
wild.
this.
I just like it. I don't know. I like the romanticism of it. I like the fact that we're so little, tiny little dots. Whatever. There's a bigger thing going on. There's other things
I
pulling the
agree.
strings. I like that. I know that there's my friend who's he did like a master's in physics. Will just be like, shut up, stop talking.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. He's very.
Get him on the pod. Let's
What,
talk
just have
horoscopes
him
with him.
absolutely turn me into Swiss cheese. No, Swiss cheese, yeah. He would shoot it all down and just be like, it's nonsense. I deal with space and there's nothing going on. Yeah, there's electromagnetic pulls and all that, and black holes and all that, but it's not affecting whether or not you should love some girl from Derry. It's
Gosh, to live like that, that's mad.
just he's a very literal guy.
Wow.
But the area I focused on,
Yes.
like I said, astrocartography. You mix astrology, which is based in science, and geography, which is obviously based in science and fact. And you mix them together, and what they do is they take your place of birth, time of birth, and date of birth,
Yep.
and based on where the planets were at the time, they draw a load of lines on a map for you, and these lines all signify certain things to do with, your love life. What have we got here? We got, your love life, your identity, career, public life, all of these things they draw, and they kind of say, this is where you may feel a strong pull, which I'm like a lot of you right now thinking, what a load of shite.
No, you're not. You're loving it.
No,
But on Tessa's
until I
thinking-
saw my results.
But on Tessa's thinking he spent too much time with Charlotte,
Yeah,
just rubbing
exactly.
off on him.
And then you're running away from it. You're like, I'm all right, thanks. That's
No.
bollocks. But I thought, okay, sure, I'll have a go.
So
I'll
what
try
did it
anything
say?
once. Right, so I was like, okay, whatever, let's get into it. First of all, none of my lines go through England. Not a one.
What do you mean lines?
None of my love lines, identity lines, self-expression lines, all of the... Right, you got the ascendant line, descendant line, midheaven line, and the Imumkoli line. Right. All of these are
Right.
meant to be like different aspects of your life, different
Yeah.
aspects of your personality, outward, inward. None of them go through England.
But you're born in England.
I know,
Oh,
but it
kids are in
means
England.
yeah, but they would come with me wherever these new places are, right? So
Well-
what I'm saying is it doesn't mean you have to live on these lines,
no.
but I'm saying that none of my like peak performance lines, like where I may feel happiest in a career, where I may feel
Oh.
happiest finding love, and this is the first one that shocked me. One of a major stop on my love line
Yeah.
is Ontario in Canada, right? Which is where Bree's from.
That's weird. I wish I could have done that.
Yeah, so it was all.
That's
It,
so
it went through
mad.
there and then through North America basically, and then cut a line through North America. So along that line. But
What about Korea?
But nothing. Huh?
What about Korea?
What, my career or the
Well, it
place
says
career?
that no, your career, because you said it goes all different things.
Oh right, well so
Where
that
you're
well,
happiest for your career.
so
Where's
my
that?
career one, which
Oof,
is
so interesting.
well, this is where I'm often just googling like places to buy and stuff like that. My
Wow.
career and public life, where I may be most satiated with my career, is southern Italy.
Wow,
So,
I love that.
if you see me open up a cobbling shop in 3 years, you know why. I've followed the stars.
How funny! Like you've gone on to horoscopes, and like now Italy.
Yeah, I'm off to it. However, there is a big one that I was like, fuck off,
Oh,
when it
what?
came on. So, obviously, all I've given is name, date of birth,
Yeah.
place of birth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's given me identity and self-expression. So, and my family line. So these three things, identity, self-expression, and my family line, all run through this one place.
I know what you're going to say because Uncle David told me.
Yeah, you already know. But
That is
so
mad.
it runs through Page. Well, it's Page in Hungary, which is where my granddad's from. which is where, when we just came back, I was talking to you about how I felt so at home there.
I know.
I felt a real
yeah.
pull. I felt like I'd been there before. I felt like all this stuff. Then this line runs through, and it didn't just go like through Hungary or whatever and through Budapest, and I literally looked through and it goes straight through it.
That is like, crazy, isn't it? See, mine would say the Cotswolds.
You'd hope.
No, I think it would.
No, I'm saying like you need to get the report.
I know I can't bleed phone.
You can't add you can't say that's what mine would do.
Oh, it's so annoying.
But this is where I started to be like, well, fuck, that is a bit weird because obviously they don't know I'm Hungarian. They don't know. Even if they did, Dad was born in England, so they couldn't even trace it back there.
Yeah.
They have to go back. Another one, obviously, surname might be a giveaway, but
didn't think of that.
Yeah, maybe. But apart from that, but then it had that, but it also had my other family line was going through Wisconsin.
What does man v fat mean to you?
Lose weight and enjoy a game of football.
Mental health, camaraderie.
Friends, football, fat loss.
Reverse my diabetes.
Big, sweaty, fun.
Life-changing football.
Better and healthy lifestyle.
Good competitive sport.
Teamwork, banter and weight loss.
Create a winning mentality to lose fat.
Hard work regime and football.
It means sustainable weight loss.
Don't let the boys down and don't let yourself down.
Man v Fat. Weigh, play, lose, win.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Which is
and
so
how do they know?
weird,
That's a bit weird, yeah.
My granddad that was over there wasn't a blood relative, but, we were very close and all that. So I was just like, this is... It didn't go directly through where he was from, but it went through southern Wisconsin, which isn't far away.
Wow.
So that was pretty nuts. And I was just like, well, maybe there's something to this. Maybe there's a little bit of... someone pulling the strings. I like it.
Honestly, I definitely believe in that.
Fully.
100%. If I didn't have faith, honestly, I would just be. I wouldn't be able to cope in life.
What's my faith in? What God am I believing in? Am I believing in like the Roman gods with like Mars and all that? If I'm believing in the planets and whatnot, that's why I'm getting into some ancient gods. Which is fine, because that isn't like the main thing. As long as it's how you live your life. It doesn't matter who you're following, really. As long as you're living a good life.
Yeah, exactly.
You go to the same place at the end.
It's whatever you believe in, isn't it?
Well, I don't know what I believe in. Apparently, I believe that...
I feel like you're on the start of your journey, though.
Venus is like pointing me in the right direction for things. I don't know, because it is super in-depth, and obviously I could read the whole 50-page report that I was given.
Mad. Did you read the whole 50 pages?
No. As I was reading through, I was like, I ran the report through ChatGPT and I was like, just summarise the places for me, please, and what it all means. So yeah, and that's where. And then I doubled down and I put Bree, Coop, and Bryn all in there with all their birthdays and times and everything like that. And top 3 places.
Yeah.
It was still a very strong pull for Ontario, where Bree's from.
Gosh.
Very strong, which, you can get because she was born there, so maybe they just go back home, one of those. And then it had Hungary again, and it had southern Wisconsin.
See, I think you should go see a psychic. They're game changing. If you find a good one, they are
I think
good.
right now I'm bobbing along in this nice in between of reality and nonsense. If I go to a psychic and they just push me on a path, you will find me in southern Italy trying to make shoes. This is the problem. I do go full hog into things. So yeah, I just thought it was a little interesting, and it is a proper swap for me to be bringing it to you and being like, listen.
I know. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I'm proud of you though, Jake. I'm proud of you for getting into it a little bit because it's good.
It's harmless.
Because what about your so Bree's star sign compared to yours for compatibility? Because I do believe in that so much. When you actually work them out and look through
we're
them,
75% compatibility.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it is.
That's good.
We're 95% on the intellect. So just a couple of smart asses just having a chat. Just doing that.
What,
and then
did you get your? Let's have a look.
I can't bring it up because I'm using my phone to record. But I had all of that. Yeah, I did all of that stuff. All the love reports. Obviously, you can read a lot into these things. Like I said, I had my family line did go through where my granddad was from, but it also did go through Burkina Faso, yeah, and then it went through Iran and South Africa. So there's other. It's a line, so it does go through. It just weird that it went just straight through this tiny little place. And you can read into it what you want, you can, because it also ran through a load of other towns on the way. But it did hit Page and Abligate, which is the little lake town we went to that I loved and I wanted to move to, which has a hotel.
Oh, wow.
That's for sale.
Where's this?
A little in Hungary. There's a little lake town called Abligate, and yeah, it's got a really cool Wes Anderson looking hotel for sale that just looks like straight out like the 1960s.
That'd be quite cool.
Run a hotel in a little lake town. I mean, there was only about 4 people there when we were there, so I don't think it's going to do too well. And there's a reason it closed, but
not a good investment then, no.
No, and my my career lines do not run through Hungary. Like I said,
it's
Southern
Italy.
And a few other places, but Southern Italy was the main one I picked out.
Well, remote work and all that.
I got nothing really strong out east, to be honest. I was hoping that we were going to be like, right, set up shop in Japan, but no, nothing.
Oh, no, you don't want that.
Why not?
Oh,
I want Japan. Take me there.
No, because they've got they've got fears, haven't they, for a massive earthquake at the minute.
That's why Godzilla exists. Well, it doesn't exist, but the film's Godzilla.
What, in Japan?
Yeah, that's why Godzilla's a thing.
Didn't even know that.
Because Godzilla is a monster reimagining of their fear of the ocean that surrounds them. That the ocean is going to come and get them.
Oh, gosh.
And he is because they're just surrounded by water, aren't they?
So that's the whole thing for Godzilla then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's actually the water they're fearing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I took from my university degree in film. That was it. Worth every penny.
I do think, though, because obviously when you're in your 30s, you're only alive once. I know I've said this so many times before, but say you're here for 80 years, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But people live as if they're going to live forever. Like they plan, they don't think that they're actually going to die. They know they're going to die, but they don't actually live life as if they are.
Okay.
Because when you, with your career, for instance, say if you're a really career-orientated person and you are working around the clock, you are working so hard, what's it all for?
Well, that's it. Well, I think...
Like, what is it all for? You're working around the clock till 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Well,
the stress that you're putting on your shoulders.
Does your career give you the things you... Does it allow you to afford the things you want in life? And then is the juice worth the squeeze, basically?
Yeah.
Is there any point doing it? Am I at work so I can pay for the kids to go to nursery? Or should I not work and stay at home with the kids and just enjoy them growing up?
It's so hard, isn't it, to know what to do? Because sometimes we're so in like tunnel vision mode where we're just doing the same things on repeat every single day. And before you know it, 5 years is gone. Yeah, it's like right now, I'm on the peak of my life. Like, I'm still young. People will be like, no, you're not, but I feel like I am. Like my friend Alice would be like, Charlotte, you're not, you're 35.
The fact that you've already caveated it, you were like, I am young.
Yes,
right.
Because Alice, my friend, she's like, Charlotte, but you're not. And I'm like, yeah, but I am. I feel like a spring chicken still. I feel like...
When you look back at 45, you'll be like, God, I was young at 35.
Yeah, exactly.
But then now I look back at 25, I'm like, fucking hell.
But then you're in these years where you have got your house, you've got your age, you are young, and it's just, you just don't want these days to go and feel like you've wasted them. But then 30s is a hard one, isn't it?
It's a hard line to tread because part of you's like, God, I should be doing stuff. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should be setting up that side hustle. I should be spending more time with the kids. I should be doing this with the kids. I should be doing this and that. Blah, 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 blah. And if you try and actually cram in all of these things that you should be doing, all you're going to do is do most of them shit. And you're not going to be that present for the kids because, let's face it, you're going to be like, oh, I'm with the kids, but I'm also trying to start this Etsy shop on my phone. So my face is in my phone. I'm trying to keep up with all my friends. So I'm texting them. I'm not present with the kids and what they're doing. You know, you've got to kind of, I think you've just got to pick the things you want to do and just full arse it and just be like, right, this is what. Because like I said to Brie, like I had a crap day the other day, and I was just like, you know, some of the stuff that I wanted to come off didn't come off, and I was just a bit like, oh God, you know, why doesn't that happen for us? If that happened for us, we would be like, you know, we'd be in a good place and we could do this and this. And it didn't happen. It is what it is. But then I went in and just checked on Bryn, and she was just snoring in her bed.
Aww.
And I went back into my room and I was like, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
it's really not. Like, it is so minor. And like I said, I can't even articulate what the thing was that I was even getting arsy about because it really didn't matter at that point.
Well, that's it. Sometimes you just got to stop and just think, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because when I look back and I think, God, I've put so many years into my career, blah, 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 like the stress, the pressure, the years, everything. But then if I stand and just take a minute to breathe and just look at where I am now, I think actually, Charlotte, come on. Like, come on, keep looking in the future of what you want and where you want to be, blah, 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 and just realise now you've got everything you wanted.
Appreciate where you've got so far and take stock. But at the same time, are you also like wondering what it's all going to amount to? Like, what's it all going to be for?
I just worry about wasting years. That's my problem.
But the problem is the years are going to go whether you're worried about wasting them or not.
Well, that's what I'm worried about.
That's the shitter, because you can be like, oh, God, I should have been doing this. It's like, well, if you start now, in a year's time, you're like, oh, good, I did that thing.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just, there's so much opportunity in the world as well. I think that's another hard thing. Because you've got so much. And when I've got so much, I'm like, oh my God, what do I focus on?
That is the problem. Like, I can't even go on Instagram anymore without every fifth video being a new business I should be starting.
Oh, God, yeah.
And it's like, well, why are you not doing that? You just scroll on your phone, you piece of shit. You should be starting a cafe that's got diggers in it. You should be starting a nail varnish. Like, I've seen there's a nail varnish robot. You stick your hand in and it polishes your nails for you. You stick one at an airport and people are like, why aren't you doing that? Get a vending machine, get this. It's all these little, like, I'm just like, right, yeah, I could do that. And, you know, I have done silly shit like that where I've bought bales of vintage clothing and I'm reselling it on Vinted right now and it's a fucking nightmare. And I regret it so much. I've just broken even, but I've also broken down. I am so over it. I've got 500 items of clothing that I'm working my way through.
God.
And I've got people trying to buy a £2 jumper off me asking me what the measurement is from pit to pit. And I do what Brie does when she's on her Vinted. She just replies to them and goes, it's £2. And that's her response.
Oh, but do you still buy it?
Yeah, and a lot of them just go, yeah, all right, yeah, thank you. I think some of them you snap them back into reality and be like, oh yeah, no, I'm a fucking knob. Yeah, it's a £2 jumper. If I was in a shop, you know, I'd snap their hand off if it was 20, but because it's £2 on Vinted.
Yeah,
you know, I'm gonna. What's the measurement of the? Fuck off, just buy it. So all these little side hustles, a lot of them are bollocks, as I'm finding out. Because Dad and I have done it recently as well. We've just bought. Well, I keep saying.
Yeah, but what's it all for though? Because you've got a comfortable life.
What we're doing.
What yeah, we're doing. Exactly. Why is it that you just want more and more and more? It's just something in the DNA, isn't it? It's like you want more.
I think. Do you know how I'm doing like my whole like no buy year where I'm trying like to any unnecessary spending?
Yeah.
How's
it going?
Well, that isn't me. Dad bought the pallet, so that scratched the itch for me. And so I was just like, yeah, right, that's. And so I said to Brie, because I was like, oh, Brie, we've won 2 pallets of Amazon returns. She was like, what do you mean you won them? So we bid on them, and then we were the highest bidder. She was like, well, you bought them then. I was like, no, in the bidding, you win it. You win, then you got to feel a little bit of.
Yeah.
So we won these 2 pallets, and there's a lot of shit in there.
I bet she's out, for God's sake.
Luckily, we got the warehouse because I'm not touching it. Like I said, Dad's working his way through it. He's like, he keeps like, he'll call me and be like, I've sold an electric blanket, and I'm like. Great, and he goes, "You won't." We've got 7 lava lamps. Anyone wants a lava lamp? I know a guy.
Oh, I quite like a lava lamp. How much is it going for? £2?
No. Oh no, he's on eBay, so he's getting the premiums. Oh, he sold a bloody Care Bear Stanley Cup. It wasn't a Stanley Cup. It was one of those knockoff Stanley Cups for like £12. I'm like, they go to Home Bargains. They get that for £3. Fucking idiot.
See, I'm trying to start my shed at the minute in the garden, and I'm getting so many weirdos though. Like, somebody said to me, so I've actually got a buyer for it. He's coming on Sunday. But he's like, I'm going to use it for my art. And I'm like, right, cool. And he's... No, yeah, I know, exactly. I'm like, maybe I've given him the wrong dimensions on my shed. But anyway, and he's sending me pictures of what he's doing. Like these, I'll show you them, right? In fact, no. But it's weird. I'm getting freaked out. Because I'm like, I'm going to have to say to my next door neighbour, will you just come over and pretend you're my boyfriend?
I've seen so many videos about people being like,
it freaks me out.
You're risking your life every time you Facebook Marketplace swap anything. And the amount of times Breeze sent me to some random house to like go pick up something for the babies. I'm just like, and it's a £5 swap. And what I went to one house and they were like, the car seats. I was like, yeah, I'm just here for the car seat, mate. And he went, yeah, it's just this way.
Yeah.
So I go into the house. and I step over his 17 children. There was loads of kids in this house. And then I go upstairs, and then he goes, it's just this way. And I went up into his attic to grab the car seat for 10 quid.
God, no. Imagine if you're a woman.
Yeah.
I'd be terrified.
Yeah, he looked a bit
I'd be
sad
thinking...
when I got there. He was like, oh, never mind. You can come back down.
This is what I mean. This is why I just don't like it.
Yeah, I saw the chains on the wall, and I thought,
No, you never. But this is why, because...
He was like, ignore that.
This is why I'm thinking, do I just take a hammer to the shed, knock it down, then it's a good shed.
What have you got in it? Lawnmower?
Yeah, that's it. And it's in the best part of the garden. So this shed needs to bloody go.
Yeah, I suppose your lawn is mowed-ish.
No, it is. It's just ready for a new...
Just get a gardener in.
No, I'm going to do that.
Then you get rid of the shed.
Then I can get rid of my lawnmower.
Is it literally just... Well, you can sell your lawnmower.
No, it's on its last leg.
Have you sold everything that's inside the shed?
To the van... the van man.
Oh, you have got rid of it?
No, I've got a quote.
Oh, scrappy.
Dispose, yeah.
Scrappy, okay.
So the shed
I was going to say, otherwise you're going to
cost.
have this shed knocked down and you're just going to have a load of shit in your garden.
No, I've got a van with a man with a van.
Man with a van.
So, but yeah, just...
Okay.
So I'll have to let you know. If you don't hear from me on Monday, no, I've been...
Yeah, I mean, it is... You are running the gauntlet with that.
He's taken the shed and he's taken me.
And it is bad that we always think that, well, someone's going to try and clearly murder me, but...
Yeah, but then you just
that's
don't
the
know.
world.
You don't know if any of them are real people and they're going to nick your money as well. I don't
God,
see how
yeah.
they can
It's
do
like
that.
trying to sell a car on Auto Trader, the amount of spam you get.
Yeah,
Some guy in Nigeria wants my car. I'm like, well, why?
Yeah, but why do they do that? It's weird.
I don't know
isn't it?
I don't know who's falling for it.
Let me show you this art and see what you think. If you think it is,
Let's
weird
give him a
or
shout.
not.
If it's nice art and he doesn't murder you, we'll give him a shout out.
I mean,
That's where the bar is for men these days. If you can paint and don't kill, you're a winner.
Yeah, but if you receive this, okay, would you think it's weird?
Oh, little metal boot here.
That's what I mean. Like
That's pretty
what?
sick, though. Was there a bottle of gin in there? Is it to hold gin? Oh, it's a it's a wine rack.
Is he trying to sell it to me? Do you
Yeah,
reckon?
though. It's a bit sensual.
That's what I mean. Like, why is he sending me that?
Is that you? Has he been stalking you?
I mean, if I had a bum like that, I'd be proud. But
Metal arse.
do you not think that's weird? I mean, if you just send me
I
the
think maybe he's
guitars-
just excited about his art. But I don't know what he's going to do in your shed because you can't stand up in there.
I know, I might have to say to him, I think I've given you the wrong dimensions.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And he's got to take it down himself, hasn't he? And do you get around the side of your house?
No.
How's he going to... He's got to come through your house with it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a fucking nightmare.
Well, it'd be all good. That's what
You'll
I
get
mean.
100 quid for the shed, but your carpet's fucked.
Well, Maze's already ruined the carpets, but anyway.
Yeah.
But back to the whole...
back to science. Astrocartography, it's a bit of fun. I think it cost me 15 quid. I also got, like I said, a birth report, a love report, and I got a palm reading.
What did your palm reading say? Oh, what age were you living till? Because I got a
I was
palm
old.
reading.
I was like 86.
Oh, I'm
I
going
had
to be
a long
alive.
old lifeline.
That's sad. That's going to mean I'm going to be at your funeral.
Well, how old are you going?
Well, one of them.
Well, you're like 10 years older than me, so how long are you going?
Not 10 years
Where are you
older.
going to?
Only a year or two. I am going to be 107 years old.
Okay, this isn't helping the... Then again, with
Well, I know, it
scientific
says,
advancements...
I have the potential to live well into my hundreds.
How?
Assuming you manage your well-being wisely.
Well, manage your well-being wisely then, please.
However, your palm hints
not
at periodic sickness, so regular checkups are a must to reach this age. Really?
So the advice from the stars is go to a doctor.
It's definitely wrong. Health risk, sleep, 58%. I'm sure I'm on about...
What, they're saying you're not getting
25.
enough, or...
Well, 58%, that's over half, isn't that? That's good.
No, are they saying you're 58% risk of dying in your sleep?
No, it just says my sleep health, how good it is.
58%
How do they know
sounds
that?
bad, though.
Well, it sounds good to me.
That would be
and
something
then-
to do with your circadian rhythm and the biorhythm of the earth and the magnetic pull and all that jazz.
Oh, it's so funny, isn't it? I do like a
Something's
tarot
going on.
reader, though. I do like going to see when you
I
know
love
you've got a
those
good
cards.
one.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. I like it when I get all the
Can you
good
go
cards.
to one? Please go and see one. I'll give you the number to someone.
You just got one on speed dial?
Yeah. No, I've been to her before, and she was actually very accurate. She told me some things which I can't discuss on this podcast.
Goodness.
But yeah, she
That's
did.
great for content.
The only,
Cheers.
the only...
I give you some stuff that I can't say.
The only thing is, I remember once I went to a tarot reader and like, you're going to miss your flight. And that scared me because I was
Sounds
like,
so like you, yeah.
yeah, but it really scared me because I thought I was going to Thailand and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to miss my flight. But it ended up being, I did actually have a flight booked, which I never got on because I went back to see someone who I'd met there. So I didn't want to get this flight, but I was terrified.
So it's how you read it.
Yeah, how you read it.
You missed it, but you chose to. Oh, speaking of which,
Oh,
I'm not saying it's a new Eat, Pray, Love and you're going to have a new fascination and you
Why, it's
might
a
not
new
like it
book?
at all.
Oh.
No, it's a new film coming out called The Salt Path. You heard about this?
I've read the book.
I thought you would have.
Is it the couple in Cornwall who lost the house?
Yeah.
I've read the book.
Yeah, film's come out.
Has it?
Yeah, Gillian Anderson
Is
and
it good?
Jason.
Have you watched it?
I'm going to see it.
What, in cinema?
Yeah.
I mean, the book was a bit of a read, but it did shine the light on homelessness.
Oh yeah, I can imagine it being a hard read, but it looks good. It looks like a bit of you.
I would definitely watch that
Oh, yeah.
because I read the book. Oh, it was my granny who recommended the book to me actually.
Yeah, mad. They lose the house, and so instead of
Lose it all,
they just decide
homeless.
to take their tents from the garden and walk the
They've got nothing else.
600 miles
Well, they walk
around
the British around thingy, don't they?
coast of Cornwall. But obviously, it's like people don't want them camping out there because they think they are homeless.
They just look down on them. Wasn't it a family friend or something who'd made them lose all the money?
Yeah, there's a little bastard who took them to court and took all their money from them. Yeah,
it's a good book. I'm going to watch that.
good cracking actors in it. Like them both. So, and it's just going to be mostly those two. So, if you don't like either of those, you probably won't enjoy the film. But it looks like a bit of you, and it looks like a bit of me. I'm going to cry. I will. I mean, I cry at Lilo and Stitch. So.
Oh, see, I want to watch that. Everyone's saying they cried about 4 times.
Yeah, you don't need.
What do you think to it? Lilo and Stitch,
better, obviously, but that's nostalgia associated with it. You know, I watched that as a kid. So
what? So you think the cartoon's better?
Yeah, but it came out in 2002. I was 9.
So what did you think to the film?
It was good. Luckily, they cast the sister well, because I used to fancy the sister, and I still do in the real life one. So that's great.
God.
So that's well cast. They tick that box. And then Lilo was very good. She had a good amount of sass.
Brilliant.
I was wondering who was going to play the little shithead ginger girl at the luau.
Oh yeah,
she's not in it.
Oh, they're taking her out.
No. So
do you recommend it or not? Do you think it's something good to go watch? Would you wait for it to come out on Disney?
I would wait for it to come out on Disney. I don't think you need to go to the cinema because obviously there's going to be a lot of kids there. You don't need that. But
okay,
it's quite for a kids film. There's moments where you're like, come on, let's tie it up. Let's move on a little bit because there's a lot of stuff about her potentially losing Lilo and because obviously in the first film they did that as well, right? Where she can't look after Lilo because she's not making enough money.
Oh, of course,
so that's what she's trying to do. But Lilo's been a little bit of a shit. And every time the council worker comes over, they're like,
gosh,
Lilo's, setting something on fire or something. It's like, oh, not great. So there's a lot of those moments where there's a lot of it's heavy, and the kids are just like, they sat around they're going through paperwork. And the kids are like,
don't understand it.
What's this about? Where's the aliens?
So
there was an alien 2 seconds ago. Where's he gone?
Did Brynny enjoy it?
Yeah, she did.
Oh,
she said there was some scary aliens, but apart from that, she was happy with it. It's fine. She had a little Stitch doll, which she was sat so well throughout, and then she got a bit excited near the end and tried to throw it to me, but I wasn't looking, so it just hit her dad next to me. So apart from that, she was great. But it's obviously big moment. Don't know why this has become a film roundup podcast now. You
went to see a film the other day, didn't you, with your friend?
Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning. It's not going to be the Final Reckoning. There's going to be more, quite clearly, and they've left the door wide open for more.
Of course they have.
There was a lot. Loved it. Very exciting. High octane action, all that stuff. There's a lot of bits where they all stand just looking at each other, having a nod, being like, that's it. But they'd be across Trafalgar Square from each other, going like this.
You're not selling this to me at all.
No, but that's just but that would really it's really jarring. It'd just be like why are we doing this? And then there'd be a bomb about to go off, and then two people just have a moment going, I know, that kind of thing. It's like, all right. I know they've been doing it since 2002, so it's been a long time.
Yeah,
1997.
They need to pack it in now. Come on, we're over it, guys.
Tell you what, that guy can run though. He can still, like I've said before, he is one of the last
Who? Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise. He's one of the last Hollywood stars. I think he's dying out. You got to be because he's never really done the method thing. He's never been I have to live the character to be the character, and all that shit. He's just an action star. He just does what he's doing. He's jumping from planes. He's hanging onto planes. He's
Yeah, but
fighting
anyone
in
could do
planes.
that.
No.
could.
Because if you put the Rock in that film, it wouldn't be as convincing. I just wouldn't.
He's got this. He's got the face of.
There's
Borat,
something
hasn't
about
he?
it.
It's his face. It's the way his face
Yeah,
is.
and he's just great. So, but if that's done now, fine. But I don't think it. I think it's going to be more. But the main thing I was talking about is Peppa Pig. She's got a new sister, hasn't she?
Oh yeah.
So we're going to go to the cinema and see that.
Oh, now it even makes me want to go and see that.
Well, I got a bit annoyed because it's called Mia, right?
Yeah, there's been some controversy there, hasn't there?
Why?
Because I just think
Is it the same as me? Is it the same as why I'm annoyed?
Why?
Well, right. So in the Peppa Pig universe, right, which I'm
Right.
heavily invested in because I've seen all of it,
Yeah.
everyone is
repeat.
like Rebecca Rabbit, Susie Sheep, all that lot. It goes through. Everyone is. They even have an episode where they're going to name some of the rabbits, and someone's like, "What about John the Rabbit?" And they're like, "It can't be John the Rabbit. It needs to be like Ryan Rabbit or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that." And then Peppa Pig, right?
yeah.
But then George Pig,
Right, doesn't go.
no alliteration there. And this new one, Mia Pig. And then obviously Mummy and Daddy Pig, we don't know their real names. But everyone in this universe has got, why have they broken it with George and Mia?
Yeah.
You've annoyed me there. You were having this whole thing, and I know you've probably run out of, P names, but could have been, I don't know what Penelope, could have been Penelope Pig.
Penny the Pig.
Could have been Penny Pig. It sounds like piggy bank though, doesn't it? It's like another word for that. But anyway, that's just me, being a annoyed, sad dad. But
Some parents are
I'm going
banning
to
it
cinema.
though in America because their kids are calling things the English way.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Hating it, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's like
Human.
it's like the same thing. We have it this way when, like, if your kid watches enough of that, some like Coco Melon, or they will start to say things with a twang. You're like, no.
Gosh.
But also, people don't know. Just change the audio on the show.
Well, there you go.
You can
kids.
change Peppa Pig
it.
to an American audio. You can change Coco Melon to an English audio.
Ah.
Still annoying, but you can. So then your kids aren't saying like yogurt or whatever, which Bryn does. To be fair,
Does she?
yeah, because Brie does. So
Oh,
she
that's
picks and
so
chooses.
cute.
Yeah. So that's very very
Yogurt.
cute. Yeah. So yeah, but in a Derby accent, because she's coming out Derby at the minute. It's really coming through. Because what was I doing? I was like fanning around, not putting the telly on, and she was like, "Go on then," or something like that. I was like, first of all, please, but secondly, you sound like you're at a football match. Fucking hell. So yeah, she's a youth.
See,
now.
I was obviously born in the Cotswolds, and if I stayed there, I'd be sounding like a farmer now. Imagine that.
Who are and all that. Would you? Your grandparents sound all farmery?
Not my granny. My granddad has a twang to it, yeah. Yeah, he does.
No. Are they excited that the Wurzels have got a new song coming out?
Who?
The Wurzels.
Yeah, buzzing.
The Wurzels.
No.
They did the oh god, what song is it? I heard my tractor through your haystack last night.
Nah, they're not on that. They're not.
They are.
They're not about that.
Oh, they are. I guarantee they were cutting a rug to that back in the day. What is it? I got a brand new combine harvester. I'll give you the key. That's the Wurzels. They got a new song coming out.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I know. 40 years in the making.
Flipping
Get
heck.
excited. I thought they were.
Why would they
dead.
just just do a song and 40 years later? What's the point?
I think they probably release a few in between, but
this new song's going to be
making the big comeback. They're going to be at Glastonbury. They're not. But anyway, this is a really random roundup. But we should probably say
Yes.
that for the time being, this will be the last episode of 30 Old, 30 Young.
No.
While we have a little shuffle and sort out.
Wow. Not really. We're taking a break over the summer. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, but we still got to sort some stuff out. And then,
Of course.
But you'll probably still find me somewhere knocking about. I'll be releasing some stuff. I want to put a little book club together, so that's my main
little
aim.
book club.
So if you want to see find me on the One Man Book Club. That's me at the minute
Love it.
because all the book clubs I've tried to join are at awkward times where I'm sorting the kids out or I'm at work. So I'm just gonna have to do it by myself
Oh, I love
and
that.
talk to myself about it and be like, "What's going on there? I don't know." And then that's all the premise is going to be. Because I'm trying to get back in love with reading because I'm reading all the Roald Dolls to Bryn at the minute.
Yeah.
And she's loving it and I'm finding it really boring. And I used to love those books, so I need to rekindle my love for reading again. Because I used to love it. I used to love it. And now I'm 5 pages in, I'm like, oh, fuck, this is boring. I don't care about George's Marvellous Medicine at all.
Yeah, but it's her books, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, no, I've got to read it. But I want to
Enjoy it.
I want to enjoy it. I want to be one of those guys. So yeah, that is the
New
main
book
aim.
club.
Come to my book club. It's just me. So yeah, until then.
Thank you so much for listening, tuning in every week. We're still going to be on, so you can still listen to us if you want to start from the beginning.
Tell your friends, tell your family and all that. Give it 5 stars.
Absolutely.
And until next time, ciao.
Have the best summer. Ciao, ciao.